All right, all right. So that Hulk vs. Wolverine video had some great reception. I'm going to go into another little thing that I've heard because of the 40 minutes that got played yesterday. I think it was Saudi Arabia, so don't hate me if I'm wrong. I know the UK gets it on the 12th of July, and there is early screening in Canada on the 23rd, and then obviously we get next. I'll be at the fan event, so I'm super excited for that. But we're going to be talking about the different Wolverines that are going to show up. Let's go. All right, so I'm essentially going to read you what it says, and then we will talk about it. I felt it was very good. It was a combination of the feeling of Avengers 4, which is obviously Endgame, and the nonsense of Deadpool. Movie fans were happy, but comic fans would be even happier. I won't talk about the Fox jokes that everyone can get. I will talk about the parts of the comics that excited me. Most of them are old comic costumes, without any spoilers. Come on now. I may be the first person in the world to dig comic Easter eggs. Brown Wolverine. Now, if you guys know, it's the early 1980s Wolverine. It's the yellow and the brown. We literally see him don it in X-Men 97 when Magneto rips the adamantium out of his skin. Awesome suit. Amazing suit. Probably one of my favorites. The next one is the one-eyed Wolverine in the late 1980s figure number 2. Essentially, if you don't know, when Deadpool's walking down in the teaser trailer for this movie, we see Wolverine from the back, and he's wearing a white coat, and he's in a bar in Madripoor, or a casino kind of bar. That is Patch. Patch makes a name for himself and goes undercover, puts on an eye patch. It's just Wolverine. From what I'm aware of, he's played by Daniel Radcliffe, which is super awesome. Been a long time fan cast. Amazing. Next up, he goes on to say, Apocalypse Age Wolverine figure number 3. Very, very faithful to the comics from X-Men Alpha. Now, if you don't know, that one is also from the most recent Weapon X-Men, and essentially it's Wolverine with the crazy hair, the red lines all over. He's usually got one hand, and it has like a claw that comes out, but at the same time, there's also times where there's nothing. If I remember correctly, somebody put something over so his hand won't grow back, but he still has the same healing factor, whatnot. He's more feral stat. He's got the long, boofy hair. Obviously, I'm going to put them up in these pictures here or here, wherever you see it. Super cool character, super awesome, ferocious Wolverine. Next up, this person says, Luo Laugen. Okay, now hear me out. It says, eat my old wolf in the West from Homecoming. I have no idea what that person's talking about. I'm assuming this is the Henry Cavill one, where essentially it's Old Man Logan, kind of. It's Wolverine in a long brown trench coat. I'm assuming that's the one he's talking about because that's the only thing I could think of that makes sense, where he said, Old Wolf in the West. That's what I'm assuming. It's just, well, Logan, long suit, Henry Cavill Wolverine. That's the one I'm assuming that one is. The next one, the Long Dream of Wolverine figure number 5. Wolverine was captured and pinned on the cross and had a long dream. This is the classic comic cover from X-Men, or Uncanny X-Men 251. You can see right here, he's like being crucified, essentially. Now, I'm wondering if they're going to Deadpool's going to walk up to him and be like, oh, are you trying to be Jesus? Or, something on those lines, which I could see being crazy. But who knows? And last but not least, I think my all-time favorite, something that people have been arguing about for years, comic accurate Wolverine. I'm assuming this is going to be Taron Egerton, and the only reason why I say that is because I don't know how tall Taron is, but I know he's short. Comic accurate Wolverine is 5'3". So we're going to be getting the little man, the little buff Wolverine, and I'm so excited. Obviously, Taron will probably be more like that, and I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming Wolverine was next to somebody else to show the height comparison. Maybe Deadpool walks up and he's really tiny next to him or whatnot. There is an edit that somebody did where they made Wolverine really short next to Deadpool in the scene where he's walking out with the sleeves off. But with that being said, that is just a quick overview of the different Wolverines you get to see in this film. From what they saw so far, there was also, they went to say, I give him 9 points. This opening half segment is great. It's very bloody and violent right from the start, and there are no cuts. A bunch of MCU and Mutant Universe content filled this half hour. Marvel Studios have saved the big bomb from the end. Seriously speaking, it's essentially a consumption of sentiment, but I can't help but like it. With the Deadpool complaints, it's just a sentimental film. The 1 point was deducted because of the blasphemous act at the beginning. Although it fits the character's setting, I personally don't like this behavior. Now, I'm assuming there's a part where Deadpool goes and he finds old man Logan's grave, and he uses his bones to kill the TVA. I don't know if that's during that part or not, but that's something that's gone out for what I'm aware of. That's part of the description. You can see it in this picture, whatever side. Once again, I think it's going to be on this side, but I was told that the bones were kind of, edited right to kind of look like a tree, but it's his bones. It's Wolverine's adamantium skeleton that Deadpool is literally using to kill TVA agents when he's on the run. They also said that Lady Deadpool shows up, but she doesn't remove the mask, and she sounds a lot like Blake Lively. And I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys thought, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.